Let's talk about Orthomosiac drone mapping.
Take off.
Wait, what?
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Yes, we are using drones to do some amazing things. I'm Lawton Barnes. Welcome to my kitchen. Now, here's the deal. So you're going to go into this Google Earth-like interface and draw a box around the area that you want to map. Then we're going to upload the GPS coordinates to the drone, and the drone is going to autopilot itself over a crisscross pattern all over the property while it's snapping stills the whole way. It's going to grab hundreds of shots from every possible angle. Then we will upload the high-res stills to the cloud, and Photogrammetry software is going to stitch all the images together to create a high-resolution ground map and a 3D model. Neat! All right, let me walk you through it. We're going to go to an area called Echo Lake Park in Fort Worth, Texas. What we're going to do is we're going to look at this old abandoned incinerator here, and in our 3D view, we can get a pretty good idea of what the location looks like before I've ever been there. And I noticed that we have a cul-de-sac over here. This is where I'm going to park my truck and fly from, and that way we're not trespassing on any private property. So first of all, let's plan our flight. GPS coordinates of the flight plan will be transferred from this web browser to my mobile device, and this is going to be where we're flying the drone. And the drone is going to begin flying this pattern. It's going to make a crisscross pattern, left, right, up, down, capturing images from every conceivable angle. And when it completes the crisscross pattern, it's going to fly the perimeter of the area as well. All right. Let's head over to Fort Worth and go fly this drone. After we've captured our images, we'll then upload to the cloud service. Okay, so now I have transferred all of the files off of the drone's SD card and onto the desktop of my computer. And in here, you can see that we've grabbed hundreds of images of this incinerator. Going to select everything in that folder. We're going to drag them over to our browser window. Right now, the software is parsing the metadata in the images. Once it's looked at everything, each blue dot on this map is showing us a location that the drone took a photo. And we can see it's going to take a few minutes to upload all of the images into the cloud. Once the upload is complete, we'll receive an email alerting us that this project is ready to view. All right, while we wait, I'm going to show you a couple other models. Now, check out this golf course. Now, this was shot in the winter, so the grass is brown. I'm going to jump over to the 3D model view. You can view it from any number of angles. Over here, we've got the clubhouse and the tennis courts. There's also some real interesting things we can do here. I'm going to go back to our two-dimensional map, and we can look at the plant health. And here we see the areas of the golf course that have dead grass. The software is using the visible light spectrum of the chlorophyll in the grass to determine how well it's growing. That could be very useful for finding areas on the golf course that need work when it's not the freaking winter. In addition to plant health, we can also look at the elevation. And here we get a color-coded map. The yellow area is the highest part of the golf course, and then it slopes downward over here where the pond is and toward the back of the property. So we are looking at elevation, we're looking at plant health, we are looking at a high-resolution aerial view, and we can create this three-dimensional model of the course. Here's another thing. We can count objects and we can measure distances. Here we have a three-dimensional model of Woodrow Wilson High School in Dallas, Texas. If you've ever wondered what the size of a baseball field is, I'm going to tell you. Just go to our area tool here, and I'll draw a polygon around this field. Click, 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 and bam. That baseball diamond is 2.26 acres. Nice. But now maybe you're wondering, okay, but is it really accurate? Well, I'll show you. We go over here to the football field. This time I'm going to use the distance tool, And we're going to try to mark almost exactly from pylon to pylon on this field. And the result is 300.4 feet. That's pretty darn close to 100 yards. I'd say any inaccuracy in that comes from the mouse click that I placed on it. If we really wanted to get accurate, I could zoom in again and make an even better placement. Now we're at 299.5 feet. Again, even more accurate. 299.92 feet. Okay, so let's take a look at this housing development. We've got a whole street full of new construction here to work with. And let's push in on the job site. Got a real nice high-resolution map looking downward. A fun thing to do with these is to see what's going on inside of dumpsters. You can see the materials that have been thrown away there. So let's say I'm a contractor and I'm curious to know if we've had enough materials delivered for this job. Right now, while we're in the 3D mode, I'm going to go ahead and call your attention to these piles of sand right here. And looks like we've also got some pallets of brick over here. I'm going to look at count. And I can just go click, 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 click. And now what I can see is that I have counted 14 pallets of brick. Step over here and look at these sand piles. If I want to do a volume measurement, all I have to do is draw a border around the sand pile. Click, 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 and that sand pile contains exactly 6 cubic yards of sand. And I can generate a report and send that off to a client to review. All right, bling, hey look, you've got mail. Let's open up the incinerator project and see how we did. And away we go. Now, for starters, we can zoom in and see our two-dimensional map. Click over to Model, bring our settings up to HD, and I think this is a very impressive map. We can view the incinerator from any angle, really doing the same thing that the Google Earth did, but at a much higher resolution, getting much better detail in the textures. You can really see the individual brickwork and really read the graffiti when you get in this close. That looks like an area where the roof fell through right there. This is a much greater level of detail than you're going to get from Google Maps. Also, for our other types of mapping, we can show you again plant health, and we can also look at elevation. I can download a 3D model in the wavefront object format. I can also download the Orthomosiac map in the GeoTIFF format, and our resolution of the map is fantastic. Our maximum resolution is 0.6 inches per pixel. Each pixel on the screen represents 0.6 of an inch. Okay, well, that's a wrap. So we did drones, high resolution, property maps, 3D models, Orthomosiac mapping, and photogrammetry. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeehaw!